This is a short series of presentations to assist paraglider and hang glider pilots who are studying for their BHPA pilot rating exams. This series is on Airlaw. The best and most important resource for Airlaw is the Civil Aviation Authority's Skyway Code. Some people also like the notes that were produced many years ago by Graham Taylor of Derbyshire Soaring Club. The detail is no longer up to date, but his written style is easy to follow and can help explain the background to some of the subjects in some cases. You can still find Graham's pilot exam notes if you Google them. The topics included in the Airlaw section of the pilot exam are listed in the syllabus for the pilot rating exam, which you can find on the BHPA website in their documents section. Let's start with the basic rules of the air. Most of these rules will already be very familiar to you and are generally discussed during club pilot training. You need to know many of the rules in order to soar on hills and ridges safely with others. In following any rule, the first concept to appreciate is that of there being just one pilot in command. It can come as quite a shock when you first leave the school environment, but it's fairly obvious really that the paraglider or hang glider pilot is responsible for all the actions they take. This is regardless of what others may have told them to do. As pilot in command, it is your individual responsibility to assess the weather, check your equipment, and check your own fitness to fly. You are the one who is solely responsible for remaining compliant with the rules of the air. That's a serious undertaking because these rules are set out in legal statutes and they are known as the Standardized European Rules of the Air, the relevant acronym being SERA or SERA. This concept of singular responsibility and the rules themselves are enshrined by the Standardized European Rules of the Air. In the UK, we have the Rules of the Air regulations, which make obedience a legal responsibility. The mechanism for keeping pilots updated on the rules of the air is the regular update and publication of the Skyway Code by the Civil Aviation Authority. In the online pilot exam, the issues surrounding fitness to fly have been separated out into its own module called Human Factors and Airmanship. A core component of the responsibility of the pilot in command is the assessment of the pilot's own fitness to fly. To help the pilot review this aspect of the basic rules of the air, the acronym IMSAFE has been developed, and it is intended to act as a kind of checklist to help assess pilot fitness. For the pilot exam, you'll need to be aware of this catchy acronym and have some knowledge of what each letter stands for. This all relates to taking responsibility, and the mnemonic I am safe is intended to help pilots train themselves to run through a personal checklist to assess whether or not they should be taken to the air.